Welcome back to Black Clover Anime Review. This is the 100th episode of my anime review series. Yep, episode 100. And this I'm discussing episode 147, Prepare to Die, and the 267 chapter manga, The Devil Binding Ritual. Yeah, for my 100th review of this particular review series, I'm discussing an episode that I kind of feel as though that it's an episode that barely progresses the story. It just lots of talking. Like, is there any action? No, not really. There's a couple spells cast in this episode. First, see Magna basically landing with Noelle and Asta and telling them to wait there so he can go get some backup because trying to contact Yami. Oh yeah, and also the way the sub does it is that he refers to Noelle as Lady Noel. Something he never did that in the dub and never did before this. Even the manga refers simply as Noelle, never Lady Noel. Of course, he was very angry. So he goes on his hog to go find Yami. Yep, that's the reason why he left. And then we see, we have Noelle basically when she's getting wet. She sees Asta climbing up the side of the cliff to go see the believers. And then she transforms into her Valkyrie armor and gives him a lift. And does he grab her waist? Nope. She grabs her legs. Yes, her long, sexy legs. And they fly over. And of course, he jumps down from her legs. And then from this point forward up until like the end of the episode where it has a shocking cliffhanger, it's just Asta and Dudu, I think her name is. We see briefly her basically meeting Bo in the flashback at the start of the episode, which lasts about a couple minutes, and then we have this, and then pretty much the rest of the episode is Asta and Dudu just talking. Talk. It's a big, humongous exposition dump where Asta sympathizes exactly with her the way she is, where she thought though their husband and her mother-in-law were using her, despite the fact, according to everybody else, they live a pretty happy life. Her husband accepted her, and she's like, no, my husband accepted me. Like, okay. But why you their also their believers call Asta Master Asta. And he's probably thinking, why in the world you call me that for? I'm just the host of a devil. And he tells like, I want Nero and my grimoire back right now. And they're like, no, we're not giving it to you. We're giving it to the Spake Kingdom. And of course, Nero does bring us something that technically is canon in the series. The big, that big thing you see in the map where it basically borders between the Heart, Diamond, and Clover Kingdom. You have this big gray area, and then you have the Spake Kingdom. This is referred to as the basically a strong monozone, where it's like very much like the way she describes it kind of reminds me of the Bermuda Triangle in real life, the Badlands in Star Trek. I'm trying to think though, what else? It also reminds me of the Grand Line, the way it was early described in One Piece. Yes. That's what for me personally it reminds me of. Oh yeah, it also kind of reminds me of some of the dimensions they usually show in Naruto. I mean, yes, I know people tend to accuse Black Clover of just being a cheap ripoff of Naruto, but they use magic, they're not ninjas. Yep, and of course Asta agrees to go in exchange for free releasing Nero, and apparently Noelle decides, I'll go too. And then the episode ends with Magna showing back up with Yami. Yep, ending the episode right there. Wow. Though I do think this episode kind of definitely did need to happen, but I kind of thought though that they should have cut down the amount of exposition time down by about 5 minutes. It went way too long. This exchange of dialogue between Asta and the leader of the believers. This took up almost the entire episode. I mean, it felt as though like this episode just stood still for about 23 minutes. Yeah, that's the overall biggest problem with this episode. It feels like you can kind of say that nothing happened at all. Just flashback, Asa climbs up a cliffside, rides Noel's legs, talks to the leader for about 5 minutes, and then, well, Magna and Yame show up. You can kind of say what I just said there. That's literally the entire episode. Yes, in the conversation you can definitely tell. It seems as though this conversation takes place over the course of about 5 minutes, but no, we have to stretch it for 10 freaking minutes. Like, wow. Okay. But at least next week's episode looks like it's going to be interesting. Yeah, the rest of Mad Knight Captain's going to show up and basically do some big battle with the Devil Believers. Yeah, but here's a question I hope gets answered next week's episode. Like, what convinced this woman, Duza, to worship the devil? Like, I hope they bother to explain. At least Devilbreakers were kind of explained. Yeah, they really wanted to kill Asta because he's associated with devil. Okay, that was kind of explained, but the Devil Believers, they're barely explained aside from the fact they worship the devil. Yeah. So moving on from an okay episode to a great chapter of the manga. Chapter starts out with Asta talking to his devil. Yep. Oh, that's what you look like, devil. Someone tell you pages. Like, thank you. And he's like, huh? Yeah, during fights he saved me over and over again. Yep. Like, thank you so much. Bye. I was thinking, you're saying this is the guy who took your right arm? Well, that was a deal. I've got no complaints. I knew it. You really are an idiot. That's why I'm about to kill you. I can't let you do that. And actually, just remember the first. And actually, just remember the first time we talked. And of course, the chat began. Come on, you're the one who's short. How dare you fake? How dare you fake what? Fake well, you were huge. I would completely to get my butt kicked by something like that. You fool. Looks like a really don't stand situation. And then he just takes Asa's grimoire and brings out his Devil Slayer sword. Well, his Demon Slayer sword. He's only win this. And of course, Asta basically barely scrapes by. Gets hit with the sword. He just walked in my turf. This next gives where I'm gonna take all of you. Hold on, during my fight, just listen. Fight. You're stronger, right, didn't you? Then defeat him, no matter what it takes. If you lose, that will take over your body and you become a grotesque monster. The bones in the altar belong to people who failed the Devilbinding ritual. If you lose the disposal, he put you up there with them. Okay? The ritual is something you're not actually supposed to be doing. We have 2 days. That's it. You can get stronger in that time? By DC means? This is where you entered because you had no magic, you wanted strength. Yeah, and of course he's launched at Asta. Wait, he gets a no. He's not actually trying to kill me. I can tell from his key. Huh? What are you talking about? Your opponent's a devil. There's no such thing as the devil with principles. That's right. Everyone out there is a total yeah, this of course devil's like, I think it's told something. This guy is like devil I've fought before. I mean, see anybody then. Just because you're a devil doesn't mean you're necessarily a bad guy. And then we see, after all. And apparently we see a woman who looks exactly like Asta. According to a theory I heard online, this woman is possibly Asta's mother. Yes. When I saw that, I'm like, what? Are you saying that this woman who looks almost exactly like Asta might be his mother? Yes, that's the theory running online right now. I'm like, okay. Appearance-wise, I can kind of buy that. Yeah, but her hair is straight while Asa's hair is spiky. Could he got the hair from his father? Who knows? That's a strange thing that comes to Asta. His parents have been a complete mystery the entire series. Like, Asta, I don't think he's ever found out who his parents are. I mean, he just knows Yuno is his foster brother, and he's grew up in an orphanage. But did he know who his parents were? No. He never knew. No, at least finally got a chance to figure out exactly who his family was. Yeah, apparently his family was the previous royal family of the Spade Kingdom. Asta, what we see possibly look like his mother. So apparently the devil may have known his mother. Though he probably like, wait, I have a mother? Okay, that'd be something. Would it be something though if they find out she actually is alive? That would be something too. But I gotta say, Asta's mother is a very lovely woman. Yep. But I'm gonna give this chapter roughly a 10 out of 10 because that was a really interesting ending. Showing a woman who may possibly Asta's mother at the end of the chapter. Okay, so yeah, that's it for particular review. And that's probably going to be it for videos today, because I don't know if I get a chance to do another video tonight. Well, in case you know about the Guardian Devil, the 12 Guardian Ninja arc, excuse me, I think I've got less than about 9 episodes left, so I'll probably cap it off tomorrow. And presumably, when I finish the arc, I will reveal what anime I'm going to do next. Okay? See you next video. Bye.